The blue-eyed leucistic is one of the most sought after and expensive ball python morphs on the market, and this one only has one eye. So this is the start of a new series we're going to try to do here at Radiant Reptilia, where we sort of go over one of the newest rescues that we've got in. We go over all the issues that they have, as well as what we're trying to do to help them recover. So the blue-eyed leucistic is a snake that is very well sought after, and it's easy to see why. It is an all-white snake, definitely something you don't see very often. It's produced by a variety of different combinations, including Mojave, Lesser, Russo, and Butter. It's really, really weird to see such a high-end quality morph that's been treated so poorly. Usually, people that work with higher-end morphs, even if they have minimalist care standards, their snakes are usually in pretty good condition. So it's quite sad to see one that's so beautiful and so amazing looking be so poorly treated as it has been. Here at Radiant Reptilia, we get in animals of all different conditions, from prime, breeder quality animals to lowly rescues like this guy here. Someone reached out to me a few weeks ago and offered to give me 2 ball pythons, and this was one of them. Now don't worry, the owner that gave us this one is not the one that actually put him in such an awful condition. Apparently, she found him at a flea market for sale, and she was able to convince the guy selling her that he was in such a bad condition that he should give it to her for free. It came to her with one eye, some weird scarring around the neck, and actually rather underweight as well. I have an older video explaining how you can actually tell if your ball python is underweight, which you can check out with the R card in the corner. So one eye, as you can see, is perfectly fine. It still has that blue iris, you know, the typical markings of a blue-eyed leucistic. So I know it looks like this eye is still really red and bloody and kind of stands out, but I've checked thoroughly and I really think it's just fused scar tissue that just stands out really oddly against the snake's white base color. My best guess is that it was a shedding issue. If you're not familiar with how snakes shed, they will shed their body in one complete piece, but if their humidity is too low or they're too dry, sometimes it'll chip and come off in separate pieces. Retained eye spectacle or retained eye cap is an issue that happens if it happens to chip around the eye, and the clear scale that usually fits over the eye doesn't actually come off. If the retained spectacle is never properly removed, it can actually build up, and each shed there's another layer added to it. My best guess is that this happened again and again and again, and it built up in a way that caused an infection and then probably caused the entire eye to shut down. I did mess around with a pair of tweezers and some warm water a little bit to see if there was any way that the retained spectacles, if that's what they are, would come off, but it seems to be completely fused on there with scar tissue at this point. I've never worked with a snake that has only one eye before, so this has definitely been a unique experience. Surprisingly, it doesn't seem to be that affected by having only half the vision. This is probably because snakes, and ball pythons in particular, rely more on their sense of smell and on their heat pits for sensory input rather than their eyesight. But so far, he's been eating really well, and we definitely think he's on the road to recovery. Is it a he or a she? I don't even know. Let's find out. Yep, you're a male. He should be on our rescues page in a couple of months or weeks, depending on how long it takes for him to gain weight and for us to just overall feel comfortable listing him on the site. If you are looking to breed blue-eyed leucistics in the future, this is definitely not the snake for you. I would never try to breed it, nor would I rehome him to anyone who I thought might try to breed it, just because he's already been through enough. Plus, there's no guarantee that he'll actually reach the full size of a male ball python. He may very well be stunted. We do really have no idea as to how old he is because we don't really know how long he was with the guy at the flea market. At this point, there's not too much for you to do other than keep on working on weight gain and keeping him on the right track. One of our goals here at Radiant Reptilia will be to give a fitting name for each rescue that we have a chance to work with. So if you have any name ideas for this one-eyed wonder, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'll take a look at them and see if I find one that fits really well. This is Ethan, you've been watching Radiant Reptilia, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to follow us on Instagram at Radiant Reptilia for updates as this guy continues on his road to recovery.